Our normal Friday episode, for all those who don't know, is with Trevor Savage. Trevor, Edonk, and I, we do our, we're in the Circa contest in Las Vegas. So the three of us, we break down our games on there. Why are you laughing?
No, sorry. I'm sure the likes of David Baker and Mark Grigorich are really, really happy that you guys entered that thing.
All right, everybody. I promised you special guests this week, and our brand is fading the Mahoney, and everyone up until now, except for David Tuckman, has been awful. Everybody has lost. So we're going to try something a little new here. This gentleman is named David Baker. He's a real live sports bettor who wins. So thank you for joining us, David.
Well, thank you. I don't know if I can, hopefully I can meet up with that introduction. Win? Sometimes. I mean, it's sports betting. How much can you really win?
Well, I don't know. You tell me. Yeah, you won a super contest recently, right?
Yeah, we won a NFL handicapping contest. Yeah, for almost $1 million combined. Had two contests. One came in first, one second. So yeah, we've been fortunate in the football sports picking area, and yeah, hopefully we can keep it going for one more week with the Super Bowl. Obviously, we'll have big bets on that. So
so you say you had two cashes. Were they both in the super contest, or did you do well in Circa as well?
Last year we won. This year we like 25th, I think, in super contest. But last year we won super contest, came in second in the Circa millions. So we were actually a half game back from winning another $1 million in the Circa contest. We lost by basically about 10 seconds. We were ahead with about 10 seconds to go in a game, and we took one of the most brutal beats we've ever taken or will take. Cost us about $1 million, me and my partner.
Which game?
Last year, it was, so it wasn't this year, it was last year. It was the Seahawks versus the Niners. And we had the Seahawks -6, and they scored with 40 seconds left to go up 10. And it was week 17, so it was the end. And they kicked off to the Niners, and they got the ball at the 20. And with 40 seconds, Seattle let them throw like 4 slant passes. And all we needed, I mean, we went nuts. We were in the Westgate sportsbook watching. We had rented out a booth and had like 20 of us there. And it was amazing. We were all going crazy. It was $1 million, another $1 million on top of the $500,000 that we had already secured earlier in the day by locking up super contest. And all we needed to do was fade. I don't even know who was quarterbacking for the Niners that day.
It wasn't Jimmy G at that point, right?
No, it wasn't Jimmy. It wasn't Lance. It was I don't know, some stiff, probably like Beathard, or I don't even remember who it was. But they just let him like go right down the field, and with like 10 seconds left, there was a slant to Mohamed Sanu, and they scored, and cost us about $1 million. So yeah, it was a good time. It kind of tempered the excitement for winning 800,000. Was it cost us another $1 million? So
that's gross. And if you go back and watch this, the editing department at the beginning is going to have when David Tuckman, when we interviewed him the first time, he laughed at us for when I told him we entered the Circa contest, and he specifically named you as someone who would be happy that we threw our money in. Because
you guys could do good in the Circa contest because they have a prize for last place.
Yeah, well, we were amazingly mediocre. I'm looking at the standings. I had our proxy send it to me. We finished in 2,549th place, a tie for 2,549. Where did you finish?
Well, that is remarkably average. Uh-huh. Last year we finished second. This year we finished 64th, and I think something like that in Circa. We could have cashed for sure if we wanted to. One of the things about those contests is you got to make a decision. Do you want to just get as high as possible, or do you want to go for the win? And with 2 weeks left, we were a few games out, and it's so top heavy. I mean, it's like 100,000 for first, 200,000 for second. So you kind of have to make a decision. If you're not in the lead, you have to decide, are you going for the lead? And do you want to win, or do you just want to make money? I mean, we could have definitely like cashed for 20, 30,000 or something, but we wanted to cash for the million. So we made a conscious effort. Like there were a couple games, like the Chargers were versus the Broncos, and the whole Broncos team was on COVID list. So, you know, they put out those lines like 4 days in advance. So it's locked in. You know, everybody's going to take the Chargers because the Broncos are all out on COVID. So just made a decision not to play them and hope that they could find a way for the upset or the cover. And then we could make up some ground on the opponent. So it's kind of one of those things. It's not necessarily, how you finish doesn't necessarily reflect how your season was. I mean, we were in it with 2 weeks to go in both of them. We were, I think we were in third in super contest with 2 weeks to go. Again, had a chance for the repeat and in circa, I don't know, top 10 or something. But it's okay. I don't regret it at all because I mean, there's just so much money up top and you're dealing with such small edges in the NFL anyway. So, it feels like things are locks one way or the other, but at the end of it, it's really not. I mean, they're really just like exaggerated coin flips, kind of like, I mean, in poker, we claim like ace, king versus queens is a coin flip, but it's really not. I mean, it's like 53-47. I mean, that's what a lot of these football games are. They're just exaggerated coin flips. So
yeah, we're pretty good at picking around 25% around here. So
that's strong.
Yeah. There's a way to make money by watching this show. Just generally just pick whatever the opposite of the EDonk picks is usually what works out pretty good.
I have a knack for picking losers.
Yeah, it's good. It's usually, to be fair, the best part is when you're excited about a game. That's the game to fade.
To go the other way.
Yeah.
To fade the Mahoney.
Yes, we had was it last week, EDonk? I gave you 3 games. And the first one, you were like, all right. The second one, you're like, all right. And then the third one, remember Houston versus Golden State. And you're like, Houston, I love them.
Yeah. What happened?
Yeah. Golden State killed them. So that's how it works. Excuse me. EDonk, I'm not sure if you're aware, this gentleman here, he does like real media. I see stuff from VSiN all the time. You're constantly on VSiN, so congratulations. That must be pretty cool. Have you ever done anything with Gil Alexander?
No, I've done the morning show and the late night show. Never anything in between.
Okay.
But maybe one day. Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. Like it's kind of a dream to be in sports media. I grew up loving sports and that was like I'm sure as a boy, all of us grow up wanting to, if you can't be in the game, you want to discuss the game. And really the only outlet for discussing the games, you have to be Bob Costas or Jim Nance or whatever back in the day. But now, I mean, like you found, in this day of
just be a Mahoney
media.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In this day of media, you can get there in different ways. And so it's kind of fun to have the opportunity to discuss sports and, that's my passion. That's the thing I love. I mean, I play poker, but even while you're playing poker, what are you doing? You're talking sports, you're watching sports, you're betting on sports. So, yeah, I love it. I love talking about it. And it's kind of like, might be the next phase in my life is to kind of move that direction. And so, yeah, I mean, I love it. The guys at VSiN are all great. And, I've done, various podcasts and stuff like, obviously this one and there's a Fox Sports guy that I've been on a few times, Jason McIntyre, and he's great. And yeah, I like doing that stuff and talking sports. So
that's cool. They were really ahead of the game when Musburger quit what he was doing and everybody went out to Vegas and started up that thing. It was pretty good. Pretty good job. Rumor has it you were up late playing some poker last night. Is that accurate?
Yeah, sorry if I have some bags under the eyes, but
Well,
like
that's
a true degen, I was degenning till 7 in the morning playing cards, and I don't know when you're watching this, but if you're watching this, it's about 11 o'clock a.m. So I woke up early in the morning. I played 18 holes of golf. I came home, I showered, I went to the casino, I played poker for 14 hours. I drove home, I slept for 2, and I got up to fade the Mahoney. So yeah, I'm a little baggy under the eyes, but
that's a pretty
whatever.
good day. It's a pretty good day.
Yeah, it was a good day. And on top of it, I shot a 79 at a very difficult course here in Vegas, which is not too bad for a fat 50-year-old. So, you know,
Where did you shoot at?
Cascada.
I played there in October.
Yeah, I love it. I love Cascada. It's one of my favorite courses here in Vegas, and did it from the blue tees, which is kind of the back tee, not the super back, but back tees, and shot 79. Had a little 6-footer on 18 to break 80, and I think it's like the 3rd time I broke 80. So yeah, so it was a great round and had a lot of fun and
profitable.
The golf wasn't normally. I mean, I have some degen golf outings, but this one was not. This was just a guy in from out of town, and he brought his friend out, and we just went and played. I mean, it was very, very small, very, very small stakes. The poker was profitable though, so that was good.
Well,
yeah, it was a profitable degenning day. So, but actually, that's kind of my life here in Vegas now. Basically, every day is get up, play golf, go to the poker, go home, maybe sleep a couple hours, get up, do it again. So I'm enjoying my newfound Vegas lifestyle. Just moved here in June. So yeah, now I'm basically sleepless in Vegas.
Good work if you can get it. We always ask our special guests for a degen story. So if you've got either an awesome degen golf story or a cool poker hand from last night that you could share with us, that'd be cool.
Well, I don't know if this is degenny or just bad beat or whatever, but I'll tell you one of the best golf stories I have over the last few months. So we play a lot of scrambles because a few of the guys I play with aren't that good, and they don't like to play their own ball. So we were playing a scramble. We went out to Cascada a few months ago. We were going to play at the poker table. We're talking about the match. This guy who some people, if you know poker or sports at all, you may know him. His name is Richie Sklar. He was Mike Sexton's best friend. Renowned golf hustler in Vegas. But anyway, he's kind of like a 65, 70-year-old guy. He's listening to this story like that we're going to play. Big match. We're probably playing like, I don't even know what we played, like maybe 4,000 or 5,000 a hole or something. So pretty big stake golf match. And he's like, I've never played Cascada. Is it nice? And we're telling him it's great. But if you've never played Cascada, the greens are like, it's like putting on a dining room table. And the break, it looks like it's going one way. And he's talking shit. He's like, he likes to scramble his own ball. And he's like, I can scramble my own ball. I can shoot 69 out there. And we're like, no, you can't, Richie. And he's like, yeah, I can. And so 3 of us instantly just threw him 10,000 in chips, 2 5K chips each. Like, come on, come out tomorrow and play 10,000. So he had 30,000 bet he could shoot 69. Through 6 holes, he's 4 over. 9 holes, he's 4 over. He's dead, drawing dead. He can't win. So he's like, all right, I lost that bet. You got me. Let's do something on the backside. So I told him, all right, I'll bet you another 5,000. You can't break par. Par is a push. If you break par, you get 5,000. He says, okay. Through 17 holes, he's 2 over. So he's drawing dead. He loses the bet. He's got to shoot 1 under. We get to 18. It's a par 5. He hits the ball. He's 270 from the hole. We're playing. And he hits his second shot. And we're all by the green. He's done. He's not even a factor in this match. We get up to the green and we're looking for his ball. The caddy goes up and looks in the hole, and he made an albatross 2 on 18 to win the bet and go from 2 over to 1 under on 18. And I lost that little 10K swing there for me.
Any chance there were shenanigans?
No, there's no, that's kind of like a thing because he's kind of known for little shenanigans in his day, but there was no way. Me and my partner were like 60 yards from the green, and he never came by the green. And also, he didn't even know the course. Like, he didn't even know where to go. I mean, every hole was like, where are we going? Where are we going? So that would be like the most amazing con ever for him to have like had the ball there, or he didn't even know anybody. It was literally impossible. So
like, yeah, 18 was like 18's like over a creek, and then there's like water on the right, I believe, right?
Yeah. So you can get home in 2, but and he's long. He's not very good with his like irons, but I mean, he can hit the driver a long way, but he was still like 270 out. And it was dark because it was just a couple months ago, so it was winter. Yeah, it's you have to clear a lake, and yeah, so it's basically all carry to the hole. And we were like, just come on, Richie, let's go. Like, you're out of the hole anyway, it doesn't matter. And like, we weren't even paying attention. We had like, I don't even know if we had like carries or whatever, but our match was, we had like 10 or 20,000 on the line on the last hole. And this guy's just hitting balls. Like, we're just not even worried about it. And next thing we know, I'm up, me and my partner are lining up our putt. He comes walking up on the green, asking, he's like, where's my ball? And the caddy's like, I don't know, we didn't see it. I think it would look pretty good. It was headed, but I think it went in the back bunker because it looks like, it just hits the green and goes. And so yeah, after about 5 minutes of looking for it, we said, just don't worry about it, Richie. The caddy goes up to take the flag to tend it for us for our like 30-footer or whatever we have. And he looks down and he's like, and he does a little thing on his ball, like he puts like it's not like it could be, oh yeah, what is it? Oh, Titleist. Yeah, I was playing Titleist. He puts like a semicircle on it, and so it was 100% his ball, and it was there. And but I felt good for him. I was happy for him. I mean, it sucked to lose, but that's a pretty great golf story,
What kind of odds would one have to lay on the tee at 18?
I mean, I think like, yeah, I mean, it's off the board. I mean, I would give him, yeah, if he just said, what are the odds there? I mean, I would have given him, I don't know. I would have probably offered him, I mean, even though it wouldn't have been fair, I would have offered him 20,000 to 1, and it's probably more like 1,000,000 to 1. I mean, there aren't that many albatrosses, in the year. I mean, just Colin Morikawa probably is freaking thousands to 1 to make it, and that guy can stripe it. This is a 65-year-old dude who can't hit, but that's not really D-Jenny for me, but it's kind of a great golf story, I think.
Well, it was a 10K swing, right?
Yeah, 10K swing. So
that's real money. I mean,
it was real money. It's real money. So yeah, it was a fun bet, a fun day that some bets you really hate to lose, and then there's some bets that at least you have a great story. So, I mean, the ones that hurt the most, end up with the best stories. Winning those, you don't even remember them. I mean, you can probably recite all your bad beats that you've taken to go your 25%. But it's hard to really, like the Rounders quote, you can remember the bad beats. You can't remember any of the wins, but you can remember all the bad beats with remarkable accuracy. So kind of same thing. So yeah.
I just rewatched Rounders a couple of days ago. It's a really good movie. People should watch that one. It's a good one.
Yeah. It's I would say a classic. But yeah, great movie.
All right. That was a good story. How about your favorite Taylor Swift song? You ready for that one?
Who's that?
Taylor Swift. What's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
I don't know Taylor Swift.
All right. We've been getting a lot of
Come on, I can't say I don't even know Taylor Swift. She's a man's man. Come on.
She's fairly popular. You and E-Donk are on the same page there. He doesn't care either.
All I know is she just broke up with her boyfriend, and it's the worst thing ever. But
rinse, repeat.
That's the only thing. Yeah, exactly. You know what I do? My favorite song is the one where she broke up and he did her wrong. I can't remember the exact name, but I think he did her wrong, and she's very upset about it.
But she's going to put
Yeah,
together
that's
a
the one.
nice little ditty. She'll do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the one. I think that was on her third album.
All right, we're going to put you down for All Too Well then. That's
Okay,
your song.
good.
All right.
Yeah, that's the one. That's
How
my
about
favorite.
LeBron James? Are you familiar with LeBron James?
Yes.
All right. My
He's
question.
yes, go ahead.
No, I'll finish what you were going to say. He's the what?
He's the second best athlete of all time.
Oh, best athlete. Who's the best athlete of all time?
I mean, obviously Tom Brady.
All right. Are you aware that last year during the playoffs, after the Lakers were eliminated, he made a public announcement that he was changing his jersey number for this year so that the spotlight would stay on him, even though the Lakers still weren't playing anymore? What would you describe? What word or phrase would you describe to someone who would do that?
Narcissistic.
All right. Nice. We're on a nice little run with narcissistic.
You say he's the second best athlete of all time. Does that qualify him as the best basketball player of all time, or no?
Well, I mean, that's not even debatable, is it? How could LeBron not be the greatest basketball player of all time?
Oh.
Your face looks stuck, Mahoney.
I'm very confused.
You were matching your picture over your shoulder. That was the classic Edonk confused face. We have a difference of opinion. That's all right. Not everybody.
Why? Who do you think the best basketball player is? Larry Bird?
Pretty good.
By far.
Larry Bird.
We're Chicago guys, so
LeBron.
Maybe a little biased.
So Derrick Rose is your guy.
Derrick Rose was a great player.
I would say for sure LeBron is a top 5 Laker of all time. For sure.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
He's a top 5 Laker. I mean, to be number 1, you have to be in the top 5, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So common ground. We agree.
We agree.
Are you willing to, I don't remember if I asked you to prepare for this or not. I'm putting together a Spotify playlist with songs from guests that they like that aren't necessarily super popular. You got anything rolling around in your brain you can give me that I can add to the playlist?
Well, my nickname is ODB, so I'm going to go with ODB, Got Your Money.
All right, that'll be added.
That was my that's my World Series of Poker hype song. When I'm on the way to the World Series, I listen to that because the World Series got my money, and I'm ODB, as you can see.
All right, and between the 3 of us, is it 2 bracelets? Is that what we have?
I think combined we have 2 bracelets.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Sure. Between the 3 of us, we have 2 bracelets.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. I think after this year combined, we're going to have 3 bracelets. So that would be an average of 1 each.
Yeah. Yeah. We are.
Yeah.
We're starting. Is it May or June this year? When does it start?
End of May.
End of May. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm adding that. All right. Those are the, you just got the Fade the Mahoney treatment with all the questions. I'd like to jump into the game if you're ready.
What game?
The big game, the Super Bowl. It's on Sunday between the champions of the NFC, the Los Angeles Rams, and the champions of the AFC, the Cincinnati Bengals.
That's the football.
Yep. Football.
Yeah, I might watch it. I think I'm going to watch that game. I think I'm going to watch it. Yes. They have this is the one with the good commercials, right?
Sometimes they live up to the hype and sometimes they're no.
I think it's going to be one hell of a halftime show. You know, honestly, I am excited about it.
Yep.
I am there for the halftime show. We don't have the Black Eyed Peas, but I think we'll be all right with Eminem and Dre and Snoop. I think we're going to be all right.
Have you seen the whatever it is, 2 or 3 or 4 minute hype video that Pepsi put together for it?
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. You know what? I think they should just cancel all future halftime shows and just run it back each year with this group, and maybe add one, and add somebody new each year that's of this genre. But yeah, Eminem and Dre, I mean, let's go.
Yeah,
Like anyone but Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe I'll learn a song if they put her on the halftime show.
Rams by 4.5. I'm pretty sure I know which way you're leaning, but for our audience, if you wouldn't mind, share where your money's going to be at.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cincinnati Bengals, led by LSU Tiger great Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. I'm from that area, grew up, went to high school in Baton Rouge. So yeah, I'm gonna root for the local superstar and Burrow. I think it's going to be a great game, honestly. I don't really have a lot of conviction. I mean, I know you're supposed to have like super hot takes and this, but I think at the end of it, it's just a good football game. And these teams have been very good, but also, a little unpredictable throughout the year. So it's kind of like, which team are you going to get? It's in years past, Super Bowls were made up and there was dominant teams and you knew what you were going to get almost every week. This week, Stafford 1 week, he's throwing pick sixes and, making terrible throws. And the next week he's, threading needles and, going down and game-winning field goals with 30 seconds left against the Bucs. So I don't really know what we're getting out of Stafford.
He tried his best to give the game away against the Niners. He really did.
Yeah, and he tried his best to give the game away against the Bucs and the Cardinals. He could have beaten the Cardinals, and he could have beaten the Cardinals with one arm. Yeah. But yeah, I just don't really know what I'm getting necessarily from Stafford. And obviously they've got a big line disadvantage, or the Rams have a big line advantage. That's basically everybody who's taken the Rams basically just takes it from one side. And it's the fact that the Bengals offensive line is bad. They get sacked a lot. They get pressure on Burrow. You got Aaron Donald, you got Von Miller, you got Jalen Ramsey there, once they apply pressure to, jump routes. And it's basically just the same thing, rinse and repeat on, why you think the Rams are going to win. But I don't know if anybody's watched the whole year, but the Bengals don't have a different offensive line today than they had last week or the week before or the week before. And they've been winning consistently and they're in the Super Bowl. So they figured out a way to take the negative and work around it. Every team has some flaw and that's just their flaw. I don't love it because I'm a big line play guy. In the Super Contest, that we won, one of our big things was really just trying to take the teams with the better lines. If they can out physical them, then that's great. But then that's really where we went. But I think this team's just feisty, and I just don't trust Stafford. So I've been waiting for him to make a mistake at some point, and due to some dropped interceptions and some fortunate things, he hasn't. This big game really just bases down to me whether Cincinnati can hold on to the two mistakes that he throws. He's going to make two really bad throws, and can the Bengals take advantage of it or not is really what it comes down to me. And I think they will. And I think they'll find a way. So even if they don't, I like 4.5 points. I think they can keep it close.
We do a 1 through 5 star scale for confidence level. You can do an 11 star if you really like it. That's the KL Cleaton special. He broke the mold when he came on the show. So I'm going to guess you're not going to do 11 stars and you're probably not going to do 5 stars. How confident would you be?
Well, the fact is it's a Super Bowl and you got to choose a size and you have to have confidence. So I'll give it a solid 4 stars.
Okay.
Because that is, you didn't bring me on here to just, toe the line and just be like anything. So I'm going to put it out there. Bengals money line. Take your 2-to-1. Take your plus 180. And it's a lot more fun sweat when you've got money to win a lot of money than a lot of money to win a little money. So It's going to be a close game, so do it.
I know a guy that would probably bet you vig free on the money line if you want. Mr.
Is
Tuckman.
his name Mahoney?
No, Mr. Tuckman is all about the Rams money line. That's what he likes. So.
Well,
Maybe.
that is sweet, sweet money, because I can tell you that I love Tuckman money.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Tuckman and I spent the last few weeks, well, we spent a week in Cabo together a couple weeks ago, and he gave my wife COVID, so I got some. I got a bone to pick with Mr. Tuckman.
Oh, I hope that's not some sort of West Coast slang.
No, it's literally he gave her COVID.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
We went down there for a wedding. He had COVID. 2 days later, my wife had COVID. Nobody else had COVID except Tuckman and then my wife. So
you guys posted a video together while you were there.
Yeah.
I think you released the Bucks versus the Eagles, right? That was a big play.
Yeah. We smashed that one.
Close
one. We smashed that. No, I smashed, and also smashed had the Bills versus the Patriots. Yeah, so we did two picks. I think we had both of those.
And then I
don't know. Maybe it was that. I don't remember. We crushed it down there.
I mushed you the next week. I was on the Bucks with you the next week too. That didn't.
Oh, that's why I lost.
It was. Did you have a question, Edon?
Yeah, I was just wondering if you were betting with your heart here. You said you were from Baton Rouge. You said you were, Burrow fan, Chase fan. Just kind of wondering if you're betting with your heart or your head.
No, I don't.
This man won the contest. What are you talking about?
When I say fan, I mean I'm a casual fan. I mean I picked Tennessee versus them. I mean I lost that one. But no, I'm not like super Burrow fan or anything. I'm not a super fan, but I do like them. Up to 2 years ago, you could basically just every game the Patriots were in, you could just say I was on the Patriots because I was a big Patriots fan. I've been a big Patriots fan my whole life. I was born up in Boston area, and I kept that with me the whole time. And big Brady fan. But 2 years ago, when we won the Super Contest, I said, you know what? I'm tired of just betting everything with my heart and never winning, picking the team I want to win. And I just stopped. So I stopped doing that. And now I try to bet with my head. And I mean, this is a good football game.
Now you get to play golf every morning and play poker every night.
Yeah. So, it's great. I mean, let's be honest. Nobody beats sports betting. I mean, there's probably 3 syndicates or something that beat the lines and all that. But if you're betting sports, you really, it's hard to beat sports.
How do you feel about Vegas Dave?
Vegas Dave? I don't like the fact that he gives all us Daves a bad name. So, no, I'm anti-Vegas Dave. He's kind of a scum. He's kind of a scum bucket.
Kind of?
Yeah.
Kind of a scum bucket.
We used to do a segment, we've kind of slacked off, where we would find the Vegas Dave clip of the week or something similar. It was always worth a laugh when they would, give you the $5,000 play for free that day. What a sweetheart.
Yeah.
This guy, how generous.
Yeah, I don't even pay attention to that dude. I don't pay attention to any of those.
You have any conviction on the over the under for the game?
No, I not really. I lean over. I'll tell you the thing that I like the best. If I was just going to make one bet and I wanted to win and have a little sweat, my favorite bet of the game, I think, is over 21.5 points for the Bengals, because I like the Bengals. I think they're going to score. This way, you have multiple ways that you can win it. I mean, if you bet the over, then you need the Rams to score a lot too. If you bet the Bengals, then you need the Rams not to score. This way, you can just root for the Bengals. And I went back and looked. I thought I liked it, but I wanted to make sure. Look at their game log and stuff. And the last 10 games, they've been 8-2 over that number. Not counting the Browns game, because that they didn't even play their players. So, and the 2 they didn't get were 19 and something, 15 or something. So they've been right they've been right there every game. I don't think you stop this team. The only thing that can stop this team is the coach getting conservative, maybe kicking field goals, not going for it on 4th and 2 and things like that. If it turns into that type of game. But I don't know. They have playmakers, and when you have playmakers, you're never out of the total. I mean, you're never out of that. I mean, like the Chiefs game was 24-3 with what, a minute left in the first half. So, and they still scored what they scored 28 or 30 or 27. I don't know, something like that. 27. So yeah, that's my favorite play, I think, is the Bengals over 21.5.
There you go, Donk. You got a nice little be able to.
We're gonna fire it big.
Let's do it.
Who are you on?
Hmm?
Have you decided yet? Who are you betting? Who are you on?
I actually, you know what? So one of our friends, DGAF, he sent out a play last night that he loved the Rams.
Yep.
He loved them so much. And
Okay.
I was already kind of leaning towards the Bengals. And that kind of set me over the edge. So we're
You like to fade him?
him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he might be a bigger Mahoney than I am.
Wow. It's a battle of the Mahoneys.
Yeah, he released that live on Hustler Casino Live last
All
night,
right.
and
Nice.
he's actually scheduled to come on this show. In the past, he's already been on for everybody who's watching it now. Very confusing for me to keep up with all the stuff that's going on today. You're probably watching this on Friday, and you probably watch DGAF on Wednesday. I think that's how that's going to work out. Because today's Wednesday, right? Or is today Tuesday? Doesn't matter.
I
Doesn't
don't know.
matter.
Time is a circle.
Yeah, that's right. David, I appreciate you very much coming on. You've been great. You've been way smarter than just about everybody else. You're not using colors or handsomeness of quarterbacks to pick the games. So we appreciate that. Coming up after this, everybody, if you've made it this long, we're going to have a bunch of our guests from throughout the year circled back and gave us picks for the game. So that's going to be stitched on the back of here. My plan was to have Tuckman on as well, but some things happened there. So that just might end up being its own episode. So I don't really.
I really have a problem sharing an episode with Tuckman.
I understand.
I mean, he gave my wife COVID. I'm not going to share an episode with him.
I understand.
He's on the shit list.
Yeah, it's wonderful. When we stopped recording, I was talking with both him and Joe Stapleton. Spoiler alert, they're going to have their own episode. And I was talking about the Rounders episode that we did last week with the gentleman with the lawsuit. I hope you guys have watched that and ordered the book. And Stapleton was drinking out of a mug. And I was saying how the writers of Rounders almost certainly borrowed some stuff from this gentleman's screenplay. And Stapleton turned the mug around, and it had a picture of Brian Koppelman on it because he's good friends with Koppelman. So that was a little awkward, but we live in the Matrix anyway. I mean, what are the fucking chances? There's a mug with Brian Koppelman's face on it.
That's funny.
All right. Thanks again. Reminder, everybody, you're going to have a whole bunch of information after this on how to or how not to bet on the Super Bowl. And then next week, Tuckman's coming back on with Dan Negrano to help me bet on some NHL games and future. So that's what's coming up for the next week. Anything else you wanted to mention, plug, talk about, David, or are we good?
No, I'm good. I appreciate you having me on. I'm excited to, I'm not going to get to fade the Mahoney because he's on my side. So I'm with the Mahoney.
It's not good.
Maybe.
It's not good.
Yeah, can I lower my confidence level?
Of course. Yeah.
Well, now that the Mahoney's on me, I think I'm going to go with a -1.
Okay.
No. No, Mahoney, we got this.
We're going to get it.
All right. Thanks a lot. Say goodbye to the people, everybody.
Peace.
Peace, everybody. Thank you.